Hey there, and welcome to the team. I am so excited that you are on board with us. So, I am just going to get right into the training. So, welcome to the team. Basically, what's going to happen is now that you've joined, you are going to be welcomed into two team pages if I have not welcomed you already. The first one being called Diamond Makers, the second one being called The Easy Way. Those are two secret Facebook team pages that we have that give tips and tricks on how to make your business successful. Okay. Then what's going to happen is within 24 hours, you're going to get an email directly from me, and it is going to outline a bunch of different steps. Now, when you see the email, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I have to do all these steps. Believe me, some of them literally take us like a few seconds. They're not like long steps at all, some of them. But you want to make sure that you try to complete all of these steps as soon as possible. So I'm going to walk you through, and I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to show you what that email looks like. Okay, so this is the email that I am going to send you. If you have not already got this, if you've joined and it's been past 24 hours, you should have already got this email from me. And if you did not, please let me know and I will resend it. So it's just a little welcome. And as you can see, there are 8 different bullet points, okay? So the first one is you want to log into your eSuite, and you would get an email after you joined. You should have gotten an email from It Works that actually tells you what your website is and how to access your eSuite. Your eSuite is your distributor back office that you get free within the first 30 days along with a website. And after the 30 days, we pay $20 a month to actually have both. So it's really, really cheap to do that. And it's it easily can be paid for by the fact if you sell one individual skinny wrap for $25. I mean, that covers your eSuite. So I highly, highly suggest that if you're anticipating turning this into a business, and I would say you plan on making at least $500 a month, whether it's now, a month, 2 months from now, I would highly suggest you run your eSuite and your website. It is well worth it in the long run. So you're going to log into your eSuite with your distributor ID number, which you got when you joined, and then also your password. You're going to fill out all of your tax information because you want to be taken off commission hold, obviously, so you can get paid as you start to build your sales and commissions. Number 2 is you want to announce your adventure on social media. Announce it on Facebook, announce it on Instagram. When you do it on Facebook, tag me in that post. And the biggest thing is you want to sound excited. I mean, obviously, you're probably scared. You're probably like, I don't know the first thing about what I need to do, but there is a sense of excitement there, or else you wouldn't have got started and you wouldn't have joined. So you really want to make sure that you sound excited. Well, how can you sound excited when you are typing something? Easy. It's social media. So use like capital letters with certain words, use emojis, exclamation points, take a selfie of you smiling, do a boomerang of you like, shaking your head like of excitement, something fun, something that's going to attract somebody. And what you want to do is you want to post that, and you want your friends, you want your followers, you want everybody that you're connected to on your social media to see that. And in that post, you want to caption it with something that you are like a reason as to why you're doing this. So you can say something to the effect of, oh my gosh, I am so excited. After watching a friend do this work from home business for a while now, I have decided that I am going to jump in. This is the year that I am going to get out of debt. This is the year that I am going to take that family vacation we've been dying to take. I'm super excited for my new adventure. And, I don't know, I'm looking forward to what the future holds, something like that. But again, sound really excited, passionate, etc. Okay. that's basically sharing your why, and you're basically announcing, hey, guess what, guys? Guess what I'm doing? You don't really want to announce it works or anything of that nature, because if you give too much in a post, then nobody's really going to ask you. And you want to make sure that you're able to strike up a conversation. Number 3 is you're going to schedule your Facebook virtual launch party, which I will help you with. Again, if we haven't done one already, I will definitely help you do this. And the reason why you want to do that and schedule that right away is because your main goal first is to gather 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, okay? Gathering your 4 loyal customers in 30 days is going to make you fast start qualified. Fast start qualified means as you start signing business partners and enrolling business partners and friends and people that you know or people that you don't know for that matter, start to want to do this with you. When they get their four customers, you want to be eligible for those weekly $100 bonuses. And getting those 4 customers and having at least 2 get you fast start qualified, and the 4 customers gets you a $100 shopping spree that you can use in our It Works store, online, through your eSuite, trying different products. Maybe you want to buy a shirt that you want to walk around in, anything like that. You can use that shopping spree towards any of that. I highly, highly, highly recommend maybe that $100 shopping spree be used toward probably buying at least 1 shirt and then using the rest towards trying other products, because then the more products you use and try and fall in love with, that's going to be more opportunity for you to share about different products and your love for them on social media, and also telling people about that, okay? Now, in the email, I'm going to give you, actually, you'll see there'll be different messages in the email on how to actually get those 4 customers, and messages that you want to quote unquote send your warm market. Your warm market are those people that you already know and feel comfortable with, your very close friends, your family, maybe friendly coworkers, things of that nature, okay? And number 5 is when you log into eSuite, you want to work through your document library and the Training Academy. Now, we didn't have Training Academy when I first started, so it is super, super helpful. Take advantage of it. In the document library, I would recommend that you read through the first 9 pages of the compensation plan, and also the product information sheet. And I will show you what that looks like. This is this is like my eSuite. But up here on the top, once it loads, you're going to see a bunch of different icons. See up here? Here is where you'll see your monthly and weekly commissions. These are different reports that you could run, your rank, the document library, how to set up or edit your auto ship, different settings. This is where you can change your payment information. I don't really use calendar that much. And this is where you can place your orders outside of your auto ship. Here's your Training Academy. And then this is our support area, where if you ever have an issue with something, I mean like a technical issue, let's say you signed a customer and it's now 5 hours later and you're still not seeing them in your eSuite, you want to make sure that you send a message to the support and help desk so that they can help resolve that for you. So in Document Library, you're going to see like a bunch of different categories here on the left side. My Wi-Fi is super slow. See all these different categories? And in product info, it gives you all of our different products that we have. And what you can do is you can download the product information sheet. Now, obviously, you can see there's a lot. Don't expect that you're going to know everything about every single product overnight. Just kind of know like the little key things. What's really cool is you can also go onto your website, and if you click shop, pretending like you're a customer, and you click on any product, if you scroll to the bottom, it says view product info. and it's going to give you this product information sheet. So see these little cute little bullet points right here, like just 1, 2, 3. Those are really the main things of what I would know up front. And then as people start to ask you questions like, oh, can you tell me what ingredients are in it? Boom, right there. You can send them a screenshot. You can send them this entire sheet, whatever your preference is. But this is where the document library is, and this is where your training academy is, okay? Then, let's see. Okay, so then with regards to the auto ship. So if you have not set up an auto ship yet of 80 BV or more, I would highly recommend that you do so. You don't have to spend any more money than you're already spending. I guarantee you that if you went through your kitchen cabinets or your cabinets in your bathroom or anything in your house, you can easily find 3 products that you can swap out for ours. Your daily coffee, maybe a creamer, a skin moisturizer, an energy drink or stick, something for energy, something that you take for sleep. You can swap those things out and you can buy ours. And why would you want to do that? Well, a couple of reasons. One, using the products and you sharing that is definitely going to help your business, I think, in my opinion. 3 years ago when I started, I sure as heck did not have the money to purchase my business kit, let alone run an auto ship of 80 points. But what I did was I made sure that when I got wraps, I made sure that whenever they were on a promotion or on a buy one, get one, I stocked up on those. And I actually sold wraps for retail because we pay $59, but the retail price is $99. So if for somebody wants, doesn't really want the commitment right away, they want to try a wrap to see if it works for them and what their results are after one, sell them one for 25 or 30 bucks. So you can easily make a profit anywhere between $40 and $50 if you sell them for retail. So it is definitely worth it. My first month or two, I made $240 in wrap cash. It more than covered my e-suite and website fee for that second month, and it more than covered my auto ship. So you can easily swap out products and get products each month. And plus, that's going to help you try different ones and be able to share on your social media a little bit more about the product. So plus, it's also a tax write-off, and that's a huge plus. The products that you're buying in a store, you're not making an income from them, and you're also not writing them off on your taxes. So there are 2 huge benefits in addition to all the ones that I just mentioned. But either way, you want to make sure every single month that you are what's called commission qualified. If you are not commission qualified, you will not get paid, okay? So for me, the 80 BV auto ship, to me, I didn't have to worry about what customers I had coming in. I automatically knew that I was going to get a paycheck that month. I didn't have to worry about my PBV, which is my personal bonus volume, because I was already doing an 80 BV auto ship, okay? So it's really important to make sure that you have one or the other. You don't have to have both. You just have to have one or the other, okay? Give me 1 second, hold on. Sorry about that. My husband fell asleep with the TV on pause, and it was at a really high volume. So you commission qualified. So you get paid 2 ways, either by running an 80 BV auto ship, a personal 80 BV auto ship, or you having 150 PBV. Now PBV is going to stand for personal bonus volume. That is your personal orders that you've placed and any customers that you have directly underneath you. So either way is going to get you to be commission qualified. Now, for me, the one thing that you run the risk of when you're relying on the PBV is, for an example, if maybe a customer returns a product, or if for whatever reason their credit card declines, and you then fall short and do not meet the 150 PBV. So if I'm not mistaken, when I first started, I think someone told me that there was somebody in this business who got started a year prior, didn't run her auto ship for that month, turned it off, relied on the customer orders that she had. She was at 150 PBV, no problem. I think it was actually a little bit more. But what happened was one of the customers' credit cards declined, couldn't get in touch with her, and it wound up knocking her down less than 150 PBV, and she lost like a significant paycheck. So for 80 bucks, to possibly, God forbid, lose like 500, like it's worth it. I've ran my auto ship from day one. Like I said, Lord knows I couldn't afford the business kit, let alone running an auto ship. But like I said, I firmly believe that helped me to really boom my business. And as the money started coming in, it was like the auto ship was nothing. Plus, because I was using the products anyway. And plus, like I said, it's a tax write-off. So to me, it's a no-brainer. But it is completely up to you and what you decide. Either one of those ways is going to make you commission qualified. Now, number 6, social media is a great way to build your business. Pay attention to how I post on Facebook. Pay attention to how I post on Instagram. But please do not copy it word for word, because you're not me, okay? Make each post your own, but just see what I post and see how I not only share my life, but I also share a little bit about the business, and then I share a little bit about the products. I may share a funny meme that day, or I may share an inspirational quote in addition to everything else I'm posting. Typically on Facebook, I post maybe about 3 to 4 times a day. But on Instagram, I 99% of the time don't post more than twice. On Instagram, I usually post in the morning and then at night. And Facebook, I typically post, like I said, maybe about 3 or 4 times throughout the day. And if you look at my posts, and if you look at my Instagram, and if you look at my Facebook, I'll even pull it up right now. You can see that I am like not a salesy person. Nothing on my page screams it works at all. I don't have that I'm an It Works distributor in my bio. I don't have It Works in my profile picture, in my cover photo, nothing. And as you can see, like I said, I share a lot about my life. Here's a wedding video. Here's a product post that I made. Here's another personal picture. Here's some information about product and, trying to get some more customers for me to close out the month big, something inspirational. You scroll my posts, to me, like this is like a very like cheesy ad photo, but I've been doing the business now 3 years. So I kind of can do that every once in a while, but I do not recommend that you do this constantly. As you can see, this is not something that I share and post regularly on a daily or even monthly basis. A little post there, a picture about keto coffee, more skincare products along with me, some funny videos during football, obviously, of course. Again, sometimes I don't always post a picture. Sometimes it's just about words, anything like that. Another product photo. Sometimes I'll share different things, but notice I actually went to TMZ and I took the story at TMZ and then shared it to Facebook. I was not on the TMZ website on Facebook and then shared. That's something you don't want to do because of the Facebook algorithm. And the more you click share from another page or another person, the less people are going to see your post, okay? So see, if you go through my Facebook, like nothing screams It Works distributor unless it's a product post, okay? Going live is really big, and it really boosts your algorithm. And basically what that means is it actually brings more of an audience for your post. Depending on what it is, I would always recommend you keep it public. Sometimes certain things I would make it as a friend, that only your friends see it, especially if you work another job and you don't really want maybe your job to see you're bashing corporate America or something like that. I would not set it to public, of course. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but we were on the topic of that, so I just wanted to make sure that I shared that. Now going back to eSuite, when you sign a loyal customer or distributor, when you go to additional reports, I can't pull this up because I have people that joined and it'll show their information, but the first thing you want to do, I would say within the first 2 to 3 hours, is make sure you go to reports, additional reports, and then click on personally enrolled team. you want to make sure that the person you just enrolled is actually showing up there, because if they are not, something went wrong, they didn't do a step, or they did not submit something the correct way. But if they did everything correctly on your website within about 30 to 45 minutes, you should not only get an email notification that you have a new customer or distributor, but it should also show in your e-suite under this personally enrolled team. So definitely make sure that you check that. If it's not showing, please make sure that you let me know, and I will get with my upline and they will work with the business office to make sure that you get credit for that. Okay, then another section, and this is really nothing that you need to know like right away, but going forward as you start signing more so business partners than customers really, you want to get familiar with Tree Viewer, because Tree Viewer is where you're going to see, all of your distributors and, all of their business and all of their information and all of their teammates, etc. Okay. Then we talked about the auto ship. Okay, so now let's talk about these two team pages that I said I was adding you to, right? So the first one is Diamond Makers. So Diamond Makers is run by our ambassador upline, Christy De Jesus. And Diamond Makers, as you can see, does anybody have a cleanse before and after testimony? Here I have a PLC asking this. PLC means potential loyal customer. Does anybody have a good way to explain this? So here, you'll get different ideas about messaging, different ideas for posting, just general tips and tricks on how to really run your business and how to build your business. This is where we actually have contests. You might see something called Host a Post. If you see that and you're interested in participating, let me know and I will definitely help you with that. It could be a huge way to bring volume to your business. So this is Diamond Makers, but the place that you really want to focus a lot on is obviously going through those steps in the email that I had sent you, okay? And which is all of these. And then the easy way. So the easy way, we share, we do not sell. This is really going to be your main team page, okay? This is run by myself and Triple Diamond Corinne. Sean is not her name. Sean is her husband's name. But Corinne DeSaro is a Triple Diamond with It Works. And myself, and another distributor by the name of Cherie Booker also run this page. So you're going to see different things, like I'm hosting a virtual party coming up, and I posted the link there, different information about events, caught in the adventure and success stories. But the main place that you want to focus on is first thing right here. So you see here where it says welcome to the team, you should be tagged in this post somewhere at some point. And basically it's going to give you just some highlights and some acronyms that you want to become familiar with. So what does an LC mean? What does a DT mean? What's a PLC? What is BV? What is CQ? What are all of these things? So you want to make sure that you read this pinned post. It's going to kind of go along with some of the stuff that I sent you in the email, but please make sure that you go through this. It's a lot of valuable information. And then you're also going to look at the files. So in files, now there's a lot here, okay? So you'll see in your email that I send you, there's going to be some things that I tell you to focus on. And I'm also going to attach some files. So you're really not navigating through that team page trying to search for it, okay? So in the file section in our Easy Way team page, there are some great examples of how to post about products in the business. It's called signing LCs and then signing DTs, okay? And then there's also some files and tips on social media. So as you can see here, it says social media tips, product tester messaging, loyal customer tracker, a dosage guide, all of these different things. But of course, when you get that email from me, I'm going to attach a lot of the important files that I want you to be focused on, okay? So signing LCs and DTs, that is going to be in our photos section. So in the photo section, after you click on albums, there's going to be all different examples, how to do polls on Instagram, how to post to stories. Stories is really, really big when using social media. We're going to kind of go to that just a little bit in the training, not too much because there's a social media file already and I don't want to, double what that says. But here are some great tips. If you click on this album, there are 35 examples of different polls and things that you can create. Now, these are not things that you're going to save to your phone and then just copy and post. They're just examples of what you can post on your own. Because if you just take one of these and screenshot it and then post it, nobody's going to be able to vote. You have to do the poll on Instagram yourself in order for them to actually click on it and for you to see the result. Here are a bunch of different product photos. So let's say if it's a product that maybe you're really excited to try, but you haven't yet, these are some photos of those products that you can actually take, save to your phone or save to your laptop, and then you want to take that picture and post it like it's your own. So for example, let's say you want to try exfoliating peel. You're going to take this, you're going to save it to your phone, and then you're going to post it on your timeline, and you're going to say something like, wow, I am so excited. I just found out this company has an incredible skincare line, and looking at all of the different products, this is one product that I cannot wait to try. I heard that it cleans your dirty pores, it gives you soft and smooth and clear skin, and I can't wait to see my results when I get it in the mail or something like that. So you can find all different product photos here. And then here are some corporate approved before and after photos that you can also use and share. Now, obviously, you might not know who these people are. I don't know who a lot of these people are, but they are either It Works distributors or customers that are allowing us to share their results. And you can say something like, okay, so this particular before and after is from our It Works system and the person taking Fat Fighters. So again, you save this to your phone, you post it, and you can say, wow, another great reason why I got started on this journey. I cannot believe my teammate in just 1 week using our system and our supplement that blocks fats and carbs from meals. Her results are incredible and her body is practically transformed. I can't wait to see my results once I start using this product. Something like that, okay? So that's another example, but that's where you're going to find those corporate approved before and after photos. Here are some sample business posts. So every single day when you're sharing on social media, as I mentioned earlier, you want to not only share about It Works, both the products and the business, but you also want to share about your life. Otherwise, you're going to come off as very pushy, very salesy, very cheesy, and you're going to forget that you're you. Don't forget that you're you, because you're still you, but now with just kind of It Works like mixed in there, okay? So for example, this is something that I posted on my Instagram about the business. And remember, it doesn't always have to be about money. That was the first huge thing that I struggled with in this business, because when I first started, my commission check was practically nothing. I mean, practically nothing. So I couldn't really say, hey, I was getting a mani-pedi with my paycheck. I couldn't barely afford rice and beans with my first commission check. Because remember, I made wrap cash and I made money other ways, but my commission check was practically nothing. So I couldn't really say, hey, I quit my full-time job, or hey, I just paid for a vacation. I was making nowhere near amount of money in my first few months to do anything like that. And remember, not everybody really gets into this for the money. Some people get into it for other things. So I like to share a little bit about everything. So this particular photo is one that I took with a friend of mine who does this business as well. And I had said, I cannot help but think, as I was in attendance at this awesome bridal shower yesterday afternoon, that I only know Jamie because of this incredible business that we do. There are so many things I love about what we do, but the friendships I have made is something that I have never expected. So I'm kind of telling you a little bit about what I do, a little bit about my business, etc. Here I did a shadow box. I was home and I was doing a craft and I wrote, worked a little from my phone this morning. Then I decided to do a creative project, my first attempt at doing a shadow box. Notice I'm not mentioning anything, it works. I'm not bragging about how much money I'm making. Notice I'm not doing anything like that. I am just basically stating I did a little work from my phone. Some people must be thinking, wow, it's a Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon and she was working from her phone. I wonder what she does. And then in their minds, they start to get curious and then they start to watch your posts, which is why you can't think that things aren't happening just because people aren't contacting you like in droves overnight. They're sitting in the backgrounds and they're watching and trying to figure out what exactly you do. And then also, if this is something that you're going to stick with. Because most people say to me, well, I know somebody else does this too, but I honestly don't think that they really take it seriously. And I would much rather do it through you because I see that you do this all the time. You know, you really share about it. You really have a passion for it. You're really in it. And that's someone that I want to be around. So if you're not taking it seriously and somebody really wants to take it seriously, they're not going to join with somebody who is really just doing this as a hobby. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're posting about the business and sharing about that. Also sharing about the products. Now, sharing about the products is here, sample product posts. So here, this was a picture of a shake. Not ashamed at all about my dinner. I ate a very healthy but big lunch. So instead of whipping up something unhealthy, this late at night, I made myself a very yummy, sugar-free, vegan chocolate protein shake and it hit the spot. Again, nothing like in your face, nothing crazy, things like that. Here, notice I didn't even say anything about the word collagen. This is our collagen product in my thermos here. And I said, I never would have thought that the teenage me would be jealous of me at 40 times. I didn't want to go to school because of my skin and my acne. This liquid tropical crush drink has helped to make my skin acne free, soft and smooth, and it even lessens my wrinkles. I hit the jackpot. I had 4 comments on this with people wanting information. I also posted this on my Facebook and got a lot of people interested in collagen, wanting to know what it is, how much it is, where can they get it, etc. So that's really important as well. Now, again, the same thing with these. It's really important not to copy these posts word for word. Do not take this and save it to your phone and box out the caption or crop it out and then post it to you. Make it your own, okay? People want to see that you have a passion for this, that you have a love for the products too. But these are just some examples on how to talk about the products and how to feature them. Now, Facebook is very different, okay? Because Facebook, you see the words first. On Instagram, all people see are pictures. So posting on Facebook and posting on Instagram are 2 very different ways. And I was horrible at Instagram when I first started. I barely even had an Instagram when I first started. So it really took me a while to understand how to post on Instagram. But as you can see on Facebook, you see this is going to be the first thing that's going to attract people. Notice I put emojis, a capital letters. I mentioned the word elderberry, which is hot. I don't go hashtag crazy on Facebook, just maybe 1 or 2 things. And then I post a picture, all right? But on Instagram, it is nowhere near that. So I'm going to show you an example of my Instagram real quick, okay? And I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So this is my Instagram. Notice I have nothing about It Works in my profile. Now, if you click on this link, you can go to Linktree and you can put your stuff there and you can link your Instagram account to it. You can put that in your profile. But notice I do not have anything It Works distributor. I'm not Wrapping the World. I'm not Donna Wraps You. Nothing of that nature, okay? Because again, it comes off as very cheesy, very pushy, and very salesy. So if you have anything, I'm an It Works distributor, It Works Wraps, hashtagging It Works. Just stop doing it immediately. Take it out of your profile, erase it. Don't ever let it come back, okay? So on Instagram, I actually first started this business with like maybe 50 followers, and I was following like 5,000 people because I was following like a ton of celebrities and all that stuff. So this took me over 3 years to build. And remember, it's not about the number itself, but it's about the quality. So look for things on Instagram and people on Instagram that you're going to think that you're going to have fun doing this with, things that you're going to have in common with people. All right. Sometimes locations are really, huge. If you want to build a network of people that live close to you, that's another option. And you never want to be following more people that are following you. So you always want to have more followers than following. And there's an app that I use, it's called Unfollowers. And every 2 to 3 days, everybody who's not following me, I go back and unfollow those people that are not following me back. Why? Because I want to have a relationship with people. And notice my profile picture is nothing, it works. And this is my Instagram page. So minus this picture right here, nothing screams that I am an It Works distributor. Do you see that? Nothing. Nothing. But in reality, just because I know these posts like the back of my hand, this is an It Works post, this is an It Works post, this is a product post, this is an It Works post, this is a motivational post, this is an It Works post, this is an It Works post, this is, like it goes on and on. This is a product post. Notice I'm showing myself with the drink already mixed. I'm not actually showing the product itself. And as you can see, as you scroll down, I'm showing a picture of coffee. I'm not showing the packet of keto coffee. Again, like it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? What I do is I share it in my stories, not necessarily on my profile. See, as you can see, nothing really screaming, It Works. See? Defining gel. And that's what, like 10, 15 scrolls down that it's an obvious It Works post. So very differently than Facebook, where people see your words first. On Instagram, they see your photos first. So you want to make sure that your page is very bright, very fun. You want to make sure that the page and your pictures have quality photos, like quality, crisp, nothing really too blurry, something very bright and fun, again, because you want to be able to grab attention. I do not post before and after pictures on my Instagram feed. What I'll do is I'll post like the product, for example, right? And then as you can see, it had those boxes in the corner, and then people can scroll through. That's where I do it. Does that make sense? So that's my Instagram, okay? And then these are like my stories, and they vary. Like I do some fun stuff, then I'll do a product. See, like I would never post this on my actual page. You see? That all goes to stories. Me drinking the cleanse, no stuff, to show people my interests. There's a little poll, do you like Dylan or Brandon? Stuff like that. And I don't always do polls about It Works. I do personal polls, again, because you want to build interaction with the people that are following you. So that's Instagram and social media. Now going back to some of these files. Okay, so I'm going to skip those for a second. Okay, so in the files that you're going to get in my email that I'm going to send to you, or if you don't have it already, you should have a file that says wrapping tips that's going to go to every single customer, whether they buy wraps or not. There's also a loyal customer welcome letter that goes to every single loyal customer you sign. And it shows them how they actually work through their account, how they have to manage their auto ship, etc. You also want to make sure that you're sending them the dosage guide, which you can also find in the team page. It gives them the dosage recommendation on every product and how many they want to take a day and what time and stuff like that. Also, Steps to Success is another file that's going to be in the email. Now, the crazy thing about this business is that it's a lot of just the same thing over and over and over again, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then you're also going to get a Ruby chart. Now, Ruby is the foundation to all of the other higher promotions within our company. So in the email, you're going to get this video that I'm going to send you on how to go Ruby. So charting is not something I expect you to know and learn overnight. It took me time. All I knew was I just wanted to start asking people if they wanted to start making money with me. And then as I started to sign business partners, and then once I had enough to fill the chart, then I kind of then started to understand and then learn more about that particular rank and then what I needed to do to really hit it. Because just filling the boxes don't make you promote to that rank, okay? So you want to make sure that you read, watch this video on how to go Ruby. That's very, very important. That's how you'll start making, your $400 or $500 a month easily. And then down here in the email will be those examples that you can send to your warm market on how to gather those 4 customers, what to say when they ask you certain questions back, what you want to respond, things like that, okay? Now, I mentioned before about 2 forms, okay? So the steps to success form. So this business is so simple because it's very duplicatable. It's really just about doing the same things over and over and over again, posting and asking, posting and asking, posting and asking. In addition, that builds you to making sure that you're completing this every single month. Now, it looks a little different in eSuite, which is totally okay. It's the same concept. So step 1 is you want to join, which of course you've already done. And then you want to make sure that you are either running an 80 BB auto ship or have 150 PBB to be commission qualified. Every single month, you want to make sure that you sign 4 loyal customers and 3 business partners. Then those 3 business partners, you are going to teach to do the same thing. 4 loyal customers and have them sign 3 business partners. And your goal every single month is to complete this. Now, will some months you complete it? Definitely. Will some months you fall short? Definitely. Will some months you complete this and then have and do it again and complete it twice? Yes. So this business is going to have its peaks and valleys. It's going to have its ups. It's going to have its downs. But the biggest thing to make sure is that this is definitely your goal every single month. Okay? Steps to success. I mentioned before a little bit about charting. So as I mentioned, Ruby right here, okay, this is your main goal right now, is to go Ruby, because Ruby, again, is the foundation to all of the other larger promotions within It Works. We have Executive, we have Ruby, then Emerald, then Diamond, Double Diamond, Triple Diamond, Presidential Diamond, Ambassador Diamond, Black Diamond, okay? Black Diamonds are Ambassador Diamonds. They just get the special title of a Black Diamond because they've made 6 figures a month consistently for 6 months. So minimum of 100 grand a month, every month for 6 months. Crazy, right? That's just how much money can be had in this business, okay? So Ruby, this is the one thing that you want to focus on. So I would make sure that this chart you go to eSuite and you print out. I would make sure you print out this, but you're going to get it from me in the email anyway. But I would make sure that if you don't have it in the email for whatever reason, let me know and I'll send it again, but you can also access it in your eSuite and print it out that way. So Ruby. So your first promotion within the company is executive. Okay. So your first promotion is executive. When you promote to executive, that means that you have 2 business partners. This is called a leg. This is a leg. 1 leg, 2 legs. You have 1 business partner here, 1 business partner here, and they each have 400 in GV. GV stands for group volume. Group volume is that distributor's auto ship, that distributor's personal orders, their customer orders, and everything underneath them. Okay? Same thing goes for this box. When 2 of your business partners that are directly under you each have 400 in group volume, you promote to executive. Okay, pretty simple, right? Ruby. A Ruby consists of 3 distributors on your top line, 3 legs, 1 leg being executive, and then 2 other legs. 2 legs here, 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 here. This box, this person has to be promoted to the executive rank. And then you have to have 2 distributors on your top line, each of which that have 400 in group volume. So you have a distributor here that has 400 in group volume, a distributor here that has 400 in group volume, and you have another distributor. All these 3 are on your top line. And then this third person right here has 2 people with them, 2 business partners doing this with them. And those 2 business partners have 400 in GV. That person promotes to executive. This person needs to be commission qualified, either an 80 BV auto ship or 150 PBV. These 2 boxes have to have 400 in GV each. You promote to Ruby. Pretty simple, right? Then, if you want to get even further, when you look at an emerald chart, as you'll see how I meant that Ruby is the foundation, an emerald rank is 2 distributors on your top line with each 400 in group volume, and then 2 other distributors on your top line that have promoted to Ruby. You see that? See, here's a Ruby leg, another Ruby leg, and then 2 other legs, each with 400 in group volume. All of these promotional boxes, Ruby or executive, or then when you go to diamond and then there's an emerald box, every box that's a promotional box, that distributor needs to be commission qualified in order for them to promote and in order for you to promote. Okay, so that is charting, and those are just really just the basics of this business. We talked about the email that you would already have from me, or that I'm going to send you if you have not done that yet, your virtual party, your announcement post, looking at those files in the Easy Way team page, specifically focused on social media, messaging, steps to success, making sure you're commission qualified, setting up your 80 BV auto ship, going through your training academy and eSuite, and then also just the differences from Facebook and Instagram, which you're going to find in that social media page. Now, one thing, actually a couple things, as I mentioned, just some do's and don'ts to kind of close this out. Again, don't come across as salesy, just come across as very genuine. Sound really excited in your post. People want to see you. They don't want to see a cheesy Pinterest picture like a stock photo. They want to see you holding wraps, you holding greens, you drinking greens, you drinking keto coffee. They want to see you using the products. They want to see you sharing about it. Think about it. It's like that really in any business. If you went to the gym and signed up for a gym, would you want a trainer who didn't work out? Would you want a trainer saying, oh, this machine is so great, and then you say to them, what does it do? And they're like, I don't know because I've never used it. You're going to be like, what kind of trainer are you? So it's kind of like the same thing here, because that really helps you build that bond with your customer. It helps you build the relationship. Not to mention, it doesn't come across like you're just trying to sell something to somebody, because you are not going to just be pushing, you're not going to be pushing things on people. It's just about sharing. Think about when you go to a great restaurant, you see a great movie. What's the first thing that you typically do? I don't know about you, but whenever I'm at the movies, sometimes I check in there. I remember when they just built a movie theater near our house not too long ago. It had like the reclining seats, and I was in heaven. And I immediately posted on there. I checked in there and I was like, oh my gosh, my Tampa, Brandon area friends, you have got to come to this movie theater. Look at how I'm sitting. I'm about to fall asleep. Hopefully this movie is good. Like, I recommended the movie theater. I shared about it because I was so in love. Whether you know about a store that's having a sale, you go online and share it with your friends. Hey guys, Target's having 25% off all Christmas items. People are going to run to Target. Think of it the same exact way. You're just sharing information. That's it. You're sharing information. But remember that just sharing and just posting is not asking. You have to ask. There's a very big difference between just like spamming people versus genuinely believing that you have something so great on your hands that you're just offering the opportunity to somebody. People are going to tell you no. People are going to tell you yes. People are going to unfriend you. People are not going to unfriend you. People are going to block you. People are not going to respond to you. People will respond. You're going to have that. That's not uncommon. Don't let the no's and the lack of responses sometimes with the message discourage you, because sometimes people need to see things for a little bit in order for them to jump on board. They just want to kind of see what this is all about. Again, are you somebody that's taking this seriously? So they're just kind of, checking it out for a little bit, and that's okay. And at some point they may join your team or buy products, and at some point they might not. That's totally okay. That's why social media is so important, because we are connected to billions of people. Plus, if you don't know, we're in 23 countries. So we have access to so many people, and just think, all you need is 5 business partners to run with you in this business and want to make so much money that will get you to Ambassador Diamond, which is the highest rank in the company. That's really all you need, is 5 business partners that are going to run, okay? So posting is not always asking, but if you're also asking and not posting, that's not going to work either. Now, when I first started, for 2.5 years, I've been doing this now for 3 years. For the last 5 months, I have been just doing this business. But for 2.5 years, I have worked a full-time job, traveling out of the state every week, and I worked this business. So you just have to make sure that you're scheduling time throughout the day. So if you work a 9 to 5 job, maybe share something before you go into the office in the morning, maybe share something at lunch, and then maybe share 1 or 2 things after dinner time when you put the kids to sleep. If you don't have kids, your husband, your spouse, your significant other, maybe you have the whole night to yourself. Whatever it is, find yourself throughout the day to at least spend an hour working your business. Whether it's a post here and there, in the morning, at night, then you're sending messages to some people, at least commit to doing that, because that's really all you need. People who are successful in this business don't necessarily spend 24 hours in a day. But you don't have any more extra time than I do. I just may do different things with my 24 hours, but we all have the same amount of time. So that's really important, to make sure that you're doing something for your business every single day, especially when you first start out, because that's how you're going to build your momentum, and that's how you're going to build credibility with your friends and the people who are watching you to see what you're going to do with it. As I mentioned before, nothing, it works in your profile, no cheesy ad photos, nothing. And consistency is really important. Again, doing something every single day. I see so many people quit this business too soon because they think nothing is happening. I don't know why some people in their minds, like, they think they're going to put 10, 15, 20 years into a job that's paying you $10, $15 an hour, but you're not going to give this a year where you could make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $5,000 a month. So don't get discouraged if things aren't happening overnight. This is a business. It's not going to be an overnight success. You've got to work at it. But I promise you, if you do everything that I'm telling you in this video, if you follow the training and you stay plugged in, try to get to an event, download the Live Fit app, and try to get to an event that's near you and be around other successful people, because it heavily motivates you, and you can see that this is all very possible. Let's see. I think that's it. So I hope that helped. And if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message. That is what I am here for. But again, look through that email. Read those files that I've attached, go in your eSuite, start doing your training academy, and stay plugged into both of those team pages, because all of that is going to help you. But please know that I am here if you have any questions, if you have any issues with anything. I'm not going to be checking in like every single day. I'm not your boss. I'm your partner. I'm your coach. I'm your mentor. But this is your business. I can only give you the tools, but you have to take the action and you have to put the work in. But I want you to know that if you have questions, come to me, ask me. If I don't hear from you, I don't know you're having problems. I don't know, maybe you're struggling with some life things. But if I don't really see you putting an effort into the business, I'm not going to think that you really want this. So that's very important. Stay engaged with me. Just kind of let me know what's going on. Check in with me every now and then. I'll do the same with you because we're all here to help each other. That's really the main focus. Whether you want to make $500 a month, I want to make $10,000 a month, that doesn't matter, okay? At the end of the day, we are all here for a purpose. My purpose may be different than yours and vice versa, and that's totally okay. But just know that I am here to answer any and all of your questions. You just got to let me know. All right, so I hope that helps, and I wish you much success, and I am so excited to see what the future holds for you. Bye.